Hi guys, Lero Ninga Musomesa. Welcome to For the Love of Cars. I'm one of those teachers that had cars. And I feel bad every time you guys describe car problems the wrong way. Especially women. So, you man, send this video to your girlfriend. Send this video to your wife. Send this video to your mother. Send this video to your sister. Yes. Today we are talking about the right way to describe car problems. Because many drivers call the mechanic and say, my car is disturbing. Disturbing how? Is it shaking? Is it making noise? Is it refusing to start? Is it overheating? Is it delaying in accelerating? Is it showing a warning light? Is it consuming too much fuel? When you explain a car problem badly, diagnosis becomes harder. And sometimes you're in Kabale, your mechanic is in Kampala. When the diagnosis becomes harder, guessing begins. So today, I want to show you, I want to teach you what to say when your car starts acting funny. For the love of cars, Uganda, we roll. Now, when your car starts making noise, do not just say, my car is making a sound. You woman, you don't say, call the mechanic and say, my car is making what sound? Okay, there was a sound I was going to make, but it's inappropriate for this. UCC might come for me, but you know the sound I was going to make. So, when a car is making a sound, you saying my car is making a sound does not help. You need to describe where is the sound coming from. From the front, from the back, from the driver's side, the passenger side, from the wheels, from the engine area, under the car, where you are. Also say when it happens. Does it happen when you're braking? Does it happen when you're turning? Does it happen when you're accelerating? Does it happen when you're passing the humps? Does it happen at low speeds or high speeds? For example, let me tell you what you would say instead. Instead of saying my car is making a sound, you need to say my car is knocking. My car has a knocking sound from the front left side when I pass the humps. You need to listen. Bango vuge moro kaboti. Bahampu. Ira go 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 go. Ogusoka ku hampu isoka bato ulide. Bahampu yokuli. Go 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 go. Where is it coming from there or from there? Is it coming from there or there? Is it coming from the dashboard? Is it coming from the steering? Do you feel it when you're pressing the brake? Where is the sound coming from? Number 2, when the car is shaking, do not just say the car is shaking. Say when it shakes and how it shakes. You people, say when the car shakes, does it shake when it's parked? Well, when you're parking, the person can shake it, can knock on it and it shakes. Does it shake when you're accelerating? Does it shake when you're braking? Does it shake when you're at high speeds? When you're reversing? When you engage drive? When you put reverse, when the AC is on, because the shaking, you need to understand that shaking when parked is not the same shaking at 80 kilometers per hour. Shaking at idle may point in the one direction, and shaking when you're steering points to another thing. Shaking when you're braking also points at another thing. The better example for you to describe the shaking is this. You say, the car shakes when I stop in traffic, especially when the AC is on. That gives direction. When the car refuses to start, you people, do not just say the car has refused to start. How? Some things and you know when you drive a car for some time, you start thinking that maybe people would understand. When you're calling someone to tell them the car's refused to start, tell them how has it refused, because starting is starting, but you need to know. How has it said? Does it crank but does not start? Cranking and not starting. Does it crank and not start? Does it click on it? Are the dashboard lights coming on? Because if the dashboard lights are coming on and it's not doing anything, that's something else. Is the battery weak? Because you guys, you must know when your battery is weak. And does it start and then goes off? Does it happen when you have parked overnight? Did it happen after washing the engine? You see, the better example of how to describe your car stopping to start, you would probably say the dashboard lights come on, but when I turn the key, it only clicks. Okawulako example ako. Because it points toward the battery. Maybe the terminals are loose. You get it? Or there is a power supply issue. Another example is this. The engine cranks normally, but it does not start. But does not, because that also points to a different direction. It could be a timing belt broken. So you need to learn how to describe when your car doesn't start. My car has refused to start. Or if the lights in the dashboard are not coming on, it means that it's totally no power.
Now we roll from dusty road to dreams we patrol.
Akati madam or mister, when the car is overheating, do not just say the car is overheating or the car is heating. Say what happened. They said it's you guys that overheat these cars. Like I've been giving you an example, even on the live broadcast, of this gentleman. We bought a car. His driver drove the car in one gear on Entebbe Express. One gear like this. It overheated as they were approaching Entebbe, the toll booth at Entebbe. And they said, Arthur, but when they just started describing, you cannot drive the car in one gear even if it's manual and it doesn't overheat. You get? So instead of saying the car is heating, say what happened. Was the temperature gauge rising slowly? Or did the red light come on all of a sudden? Did it overheat in traffic? Because a car that will not overheat in traffic even when the engine is on, it should not overheat on the highway. Entebbe Express did it overheat on the highway? Because it overheated on the highway, there is something you did wrong. Was the fan working? You guys need to know the sound of the fan. You get? Did you recently change the coolant? Did you continue driving when overheated? The better example for you to describe is this. The temperature rises when I'm in traffic but reduces when I start driving. The temperature rises when I'm traffic, but it goes down when I start moving. That information is very useful. Another example is this. It overheated after I changed coolant. That also gives direction. And please, if the temperature is rising, but stop. Talk about sim. Hello, mechanica. Emoroke chamka nendi wano nyambo kakaso ojongedda kasozi. Hey, akataka ready kaze. Etanso kuza amanyi na kanyangwe ntu come. Where are you going? You're going to spoil the engine. Hey, do not say let me first reach. That statement has killed many engines. In wheel span, in sizes is enjawulo. It has 17 millimeter, 21 millimeter, 23 millimeters, and 19 millimeters. This thing can literally unlock or unscrew any wheel nut. Any. I should put it in my car. I should. So, let's talk about another thing. When your car delays in acceleration, you press the accelerator. Don't just say the car has no power. Say what you feel. I feel like when I press the accelerator, it revs properly, but then the power is not there. Does the engine rev, but the car does not move well? Does the car hesitate before picking up? Does it jerk? Does it happen when the car is still cold? Does it happen uphill or even in normal driving? Does it happen after fueling? Is the check engine light on? The better example for you to describe is when I press the accelerator, the engine revs, but the car delays to pick up. Another example is you say when I press the accelerator, the engine does not respond quickly. Or when I try to overtake, the car loses power. Boy, in Zokubanga, you're on the Entebbe Express and you're trying to overtake. So everything points to a different direction once you know how to describe it. Every description might point to another direction. One thing you guys need to understand, because once you don't understand this, mechanics are going to take advantage of you. Not every delay is a gearbox problem. Not every weakness is a bad engine. Explain the feeling clearly so that your mechanic, and if your mechanic doesn't understand, then he's an idiot.
We break it down, helping every driver in the town. For the love.
When the warning light comes on, don't just say there is a light. Waliwo akataala wano kwendaba. Emotoka ekomesaawo obutaala. Kataala ki? Which light? Is it the check engine light? The ABS light? The temperature light? The oil lamp light? Which kataala? Traction? Hybrid? Also, when you get it when it came. Like, did it come after you fueled the car? Did it come after you hit a pothole? Did it come after your neighbor stepped in? What was neighbor? Baby, sirani. Nga buli motoka gyatulamu etandika oleeta obutaala. Did it happen after repair? Maybe the mechanic took off a socket and did not put it. There is a time I was washing my car's engine. Manyize nze yoleza. I took off the airflow meter, nenjijjako. Nenjijjiramu ddala ne ntekawo ebiveera. When I put back the airflow meter, I did not plug it back in. So in the morning when I was driving, I was going to work, the car kept losing power. The check engine light came. And then I was thinking to myself, what did I do? What did I do? I washed the engine yesterday. Did the water go to the coils? I didn't think so because I covered that place. And then I thought, I removed the airflow meter. So I went back and plugged back the socket of the airflow meter. So you need to ask yourself, because the ABS light comes on probably when you hit a pothole. The ABS light does not come on because you have talked to a neighbor. The ABS light has a trigger. So, and of course, one thing you guys need to understand is that every time you have a warning light on your dashboard, you need to scan it, put a diagnosis machine. Don't cover it. Some mechanics just cover the lights. And of course, there are some car drivers that just drive like a Mercedes-Benz, a Golf, a Bob Tarabavugirako bwafuuka normal. So your explanation helps the diagnosis to start in the right direction. Some lights will come on makanika n'amanyira won't. Nabadde nzijeko socket eri kanjizeko nga bwagizaako buzikira buzikizi. Okitegeera. So learn how to explain all those things.
For the love of cars, Uganda, we roll.
Well, the very last thing that I think you guys need to learn to describe is when the car starts consuming a lot of fuel or too much fuel. Do not just say the car is consuming too much fuel. Compared to what? Abamu kumwe muvuga kawundo olwokuba kyaliwo yakugambye avugawo omutwalo nawe oyagala avugawo omutwalo yavuga vitizi owoza the car is consuming. Yes, that's how it's supposed to consume. Did the consumption change suddenly? Or it's because you're broke that you're realizing the car is consuming too much? Did it start after service or did it start after you got fired? Did it start after changing the plugs or did it start after your salary decreased? Is the check engine light on? Are the tires underinflated? Is the air filtered dirty? Are your coils okay? The better example for you to describe this fuel consumption thing is that fuel consumption became worse after the last service. Let me give you another example. It consumes more than before, and I also smell fuel. That is because the moment you smell fuel in your car, then there is a problem. You need details. Talk about Moroke. I hope you guys make sense, because now I am tired of telling you these things. Someone in office kept saying that I should start using words like in conclusion, in a nutshell, to wind it up, in a matter of facts. So guys, in a nutshell, when your car starts acting funny, don't just say the car is disturbing. Don't just say the car is consuming. Say what happens, when it happens, why it happens. Okay, you might not know why it happens. The why is the mechanic's job. The how it happens, which light came on, and if possible, record a short video. The better you explain, the more the guessing goes away. I hope you're going to do better from now on. I'd like to remind you, 29th August is the Love for Cars convention. Entrance to the event is only 30,000 shillings. I hope to see you there. Ciao.